So you're on the job hunt. You may be doing it covertly without sharing the news with your employer. You'll find that's the approach many job seekers take. But is it the right one? Should you let your current employer know you're looking? There's a reason job seekers often keep their search on the DL when they are gainfully employed. They don't want to mess up a good thing. When you share with your boss that you're looking, you lose control of the situation. Sure, you will probably be told by most anyone you ask that you absolutely should not tell your employer about your future career plans outside of the company. However, you may want to step back from the situation and make that decision for yourself. Armed with enough information, you may find that it's a good idea to share that information, or it's not. First though, consider and weigh your options. Your employer most likely isn't going to be thrilled to hear that you're looking for another job. But what if you were to talk to him or her and explain the reasons you're considering a move? If you're not feeling challenged in your role, or you feel as though you've climbed as far in your department as you can, perhaps your employer can help you identify another position in the company that would position you to achieve your overall career goals. And if you're ready to switch careers entirely, you probably can't stay where you are anyway. In that case, letting your current employer know that your heart is pulling you in a new direction may open doors you previously didn't realize were available. This scenario can also occur if you get a degree in a different field. Your boss already knew you were pursuing that degree and won't be surprised to hear that you're exploring other options outside of the company. While your supervisor might have industry connections that could help you in your job search, tread lightly in this arena. You don't want to share that you're considering a jump to the competition, even if you are. And that's a good way to burn bridges in a big blaze of fire. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average length of time people are unemployed is about 4.5 months. If you are currently employed, expect to be looking for about as long, anywhere from a couple weeks to several months. These numbers will change based on how much effort you put into the job search, as well as the role you're seeking. Generally speaking, the higher the position, the longer the time to find it. Given this information, you may not want to let your current employer know that you're looking the moment you launch your search. It might be smarter to wait until you have a few opportunities available to you. In some industries, employers and employees have an agreement that ensures employees cannot jump from one competitor to the other, potentially sharing trade secrets. Review your onboarding paperwork to see if you've signed a non-disclosure or non-compete agreement. The term could be 6 months, a year, or longer. While it is possible to make a move to a competitor and not have your current employer question the agreement or take legal action, if that is your goal, it's smart to consult with an attorney. Not only will you not want to tell your boss you're looking, but you'll want to make sure you have all your ducks in a row before you submit your resignation. Some employees will go as far to receive an offer from a new company, take that to their employer, and hope for a counteroffer. Needless to say, this is a big gamble. It also might not be a sound long-term strategy. Let's say you're offered what amounts to a promotion at another company for a 10% pay increase. You approach your manager with that offer and tell them you'd love to stay, if only your company could match the offer you've received. What happens next? You could end up in a bidding war, which could make both companies feel you're loyal to no one but yourself, and could leave you without a job. If you really love the company you work for currently, and your goal is to show them how much you're worth on the open market, there are smarter ways to go about that than seeking a counteroffer. Even if they do match the offer you were given, their antenna will go up. They will know you're open to other opportunities, so they might be inclined to open your position and help you find the door. Companies unfortunately make labor cuts all the time. If you're seeing pink slips handed out all around you, you may worry that your position is on the chopping block as well. That could be a good time to be proactive and reach out to your boss and ask what the future of the company looks like. If you have tenure and a high-paying position, they may be happy to help you find another role, along with recommendations. They may also let you know that your role is secure, at least for now. In this scenario, you're scouting for information first. The company may have a plan to move forward that involves keeping you, so don't approach your manager with a resignation letter in hand. But keeping the conversation going and being transparent can be a benefit for you and your employer. These days, one of the best ways to conduct a job search is online, primarily on LinkedIn or job sites such as Indeed or ZipRecruiter. These are excellent tools to have in your arsenal, but they can also act as signals to your employer that you're on the lookout for a new opportunity. When you apply to roles, you'll be asked if you'd like to make your resume public to the recruiters on the site. Your answer to that question should always be a hard no. Your employer could be sourcing candidates on these sites, and you don't want them to inadvertently find out you're looking. Also, if you make any updates to your LinkedIn profile, be sure that you've turned off the Notify Network button. If that is left on, and you make changes to your current role or education, your network will get a notification. And since most employees are connected to colleagues and supervisors through LinkedIn, that means they'll know you're doing some work on LinkedIn. Before deciding if you're going to tell your current employer that you're exploring opportunities, consider all the pros and cons of that decision. Some of the bigger negatives include: you might get fired once they find out you're looking, with them assuming you no longer want to be there anyway. Your colleagues and supervisors may believe you're not invested in your role and discount your opinion on key decisions. You could be passed over for potential promotions or special projects since they think you won't be there long term. If you don't find another role and you have to stay where you are, you may have the stigma of being a disloyal employee. Looking for a new position is an exciting time, and it raises numerous questions, one of which being, should you let your current employer know you're looking for a job? The answer to that is different for each person, and there is no universally correct answer. As you consider your choices, remember to review the following. Could your current employer help you as you move forward? How long will it take you to find a new role? Do you have an NDA or non-compete agreement you need to honor? Is your reason for looking for another job to get a pay raise where you are? Don't inadvertently share your job search status through LinkedIn updates, and be sure you understand the possible negative repercussions of letting your boss know you're considering a move. In the end, the choice is yours. Just make sure it's the right one for you and for your future.